is we like to circle, first of all. And circling helps us to center ourselves and understand why we're here and what this is all about. And certainly it's the Solar Lantern Workshop, so please stand. Jakar, could you close that door for me, please?
And at this time, if everybody can turn on the phone and such, please.
Yeah. Thank you. I want to say welcome to all of you, to those who I know now and to those who I'm going to know later on. Certainly I know Jim, welcome. Jaquan, Sean, Mom, and then what do you name that? Dad? James. What do you name that your father? Your grandfather?
My father.
Your father, okay. Jakara, Brandon, Lorenzo. Oh my God, Edgar. No, almost forgot Edgar.
Who is he? Who is that?
Real Edgar, Arnetta. And our videographer, Gerald, who is going to be videoing for our purposes, because we asked him to do that. Today is Thursday, it's June 23rd, and our focus today, as most days, is community. And community is, and I repeat some of the things I've heard in the past from Edgar and others, and Jim and Arnetta, and that is, community is family, it's our immediate family, but it's also all of us here right now. It's people that we live in the community with us, that we know or that we don't know. You know, and we're going to probably somewhere before the summer and get to know who these people are that we live in the block with, or in the next couple of blocks, or next door, or maybe even the same house. Because a lot of times we don't even know those people, right? Yeah, I've learned that myself. So I just want to say welcome. Community is very important, and that is what we're going to be focusing on this afternoon or this evening, is, and what does community mean to you? And community, to me, means all of us joining together to come to the Solar Lantern Workshop, produce something, and be a part of this gathering.
Well, community for me is exactly what Dee said, and it's good to see all these folks that are part of the community that I've seen over all these years. And their grandfather is one that, and father is one that we talk to a lot. And to me, he represents community. He's up and down the street as I am. We're talking to people and you know, kind of looking out for each other, learning how to look out for each other, and all of that is good, and that's what we're about as far as communities of light is concerned, is setting that pace for community so that we can cooperate, share ideas, and get together economically and figure out how we can make it. No, Jaquan, you're next.
You're next.
We're trying to get him to
So get ready, everybody. We're going around.
So he's got to talk.
You know what community is. Come on. We shared it together, what, a few weeks ago?
No, let him.
Oh.
All these holidays and everything. We're going to wait for you.
Speak to us,
Yeah, we're going to wait for you. And one day, Chicago, we went to the ballet down at the Guthrie, and we saw something very, very different. And one of the things we said was, we've got to watch these people and see how can people do that and think like that they can move around like that. It was kind of funny. What did you think of that?
Do you remember?
Do you remember? Well, he might want to come back. If you go next, and when we go around, we come back to him.
We're coming back to you, so what are you thinking?
Community means family, friends, and loved ones.
Thank you.
To me, a community means as one.
As one, thank you.
Stuff like that.
community is like coming together, like neighborhood watch for the community, you know, look, like you said, looking out for one another.
Thank you.
Community as a people.
All right, thank you. Okay, thank you, Brandon.
Communities, family, intimate, and otherwise outward.
Yeah, I'd like to second that. Community that is the community that you're born into, be it your family or whoever raises you, takes care of you. There's a community that you're physically in, and then there's also, you know, there's a whole sun, moon, and stars. You know what I'm saying? And we're all part of that.
Community to main Trinity. We work together. You, me, and all of us. Working together.
Got a word? Well, just give us one word.
Together helping people.
I knew it. No, you knew it. Thank you. Thank you. Have a seat. Have a seat. What we're going to do first of all is the
No one's so difficult. Huh?
is the first thing we're going to do is fill out. Well, actually not fill out, but and we'll put your name and Brandon's name and whoever else you want to. No, we won't. Let me hand this out first. And who's going to put the names down? You? Okay, thank you, Mike. All right. And then what I'm going to do is, if we hold on before you start signing stuff, is I'm going to read this. I should give one to everyone. Sorry. But I'm only going to collect two back. One from you, Lorenzo, and tell me your name. Deb? Okay, one from you. So everyone should read it, and I'll read it aloud. Yeah, you already know it, but anyway. Okay. Communities of Light Workshop Participant Agreement. Thank you for participating in the Communities of Light Solar Lantern Workshop. We at Communities of Light seek to engage community members about how we can work together to create jobs and improve our health. We aim for our communities to produce jobs, become self-sufficient, and build sustainable businesses that will support all our families. We believe that our first best approach is to use the power of the sun to produce products that allow us to provide electricity for our homes and apartments independently of coal, nuclear, and gas-based utilities now serving us. Our workshop has been designed to assist the community in producing products and obtaining information that will help us reach our goals. In this workshop, you will learn about solar energy, solar careers, and explore ways we can come together to create jobs and improve the health of our community. Arnetta Berry and Jim Cook are very familiar about just what we just talked about solar careers and jobs and all of that. Your family will also produce 3 solar lanterns. You will keep one, and you will give 2 back to the Communities of Light co-op. And so when you give the 2 back, that means that is your membership into the co-op. You have bought in with the 2 lanterns. In return for the 2 lanterns and participation in the workshop, your family will receive a single stipend of $50. Each member of the family will also automatically become a member of the Communities of Light Co-op. As members of the Workers' Cooperative, you can choose to sell the lanterns and receive commissions for the sale. Become a part of the co-op assembly team to produce lanterns in volume. Form a co-op supported company that will operate independently with you being the owner. Develop pay scales and compensation methods. And these are the 4 things that Arnetta and Jim can explain even more deeply than this right here. By signing this letter, you and your family, you and members of your family, agree to the terms described above. So if you could do that, please, I would appreciate it. And I will take this back from you, and then we will sign the 5 of you, right? Okay. And now, is someone coming first or? Okay, now, Edgar Young III, who is our workshop facilitator, who created this, anyway.
Masterpiece.
It's called an isohedron because it has 20 equilateral triangles. These are 20 equilateral triangles. And Ed will explain to you about the family connection, and when they all are connected together, it represents community. But I'm just giving you the surface of it. Edgar will talk to you much more about the meaning and why really we're all here. We're here because of community, but we're also here to build and support ourselves. Edgar.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Like you said, this is think of this as an initiation. An initiation is something that puts you in a mind state of what you're going to do, what you're about to do, and it's the starting point. Kind of like putting the keys in the initiation. All of us have, almost everybody, the t-shirt has some kind of logo, some kind of writing, some kind of information on it, right? Now when you see that, immediately it triggers something in your head. Okay, so that's from this company, that's from this, this country, that's from, this area, that means this person's on this team, that team, whatever. It's the same thing when I was in the mind state of creating this thing right here. This is, like you said, 20 equilateral triangles. Now equilateral, it means that all the sides are equal to the same size. The triangle is important because we anchor that as a household, but as a energy functioning together in balance. For example, you would have, I'm just going to use this triangle as an example, okay? We have the masculine energy represented by fire. I'm not talking about male or female, I'm talking about polarity. You have the left hand and the right hand, but it's on the one body, right? You have the feminine energy, that's the water, right? And then you have the sum product thereof, all right? That's like the family in and of itself. And all these families join together to make a community. This ixohedron itself, or icosahedron, however you choose to say it, is actually a platonic solid, meaning it's the equilateral sided objects joined together to make a three-dimensional shape like a cube, right? You have, it was the 8 squares, 6 squares, 6 squares make you a cube. That's one example of platonic solid, but they each represent a different element. This one represents water, right? The way we balance that is we're using fire, which is the sun, right? And we're going to draw it into one of these solar lights into the shape, and then we'll get the sum product thereof, because you'll have the fire harnessed in this, but then the product being the light, and this being held together by the water. You know what I'm saying? I'll go further into it, but I'm going to let Mr. Cook talk about solar energy, and we'll build more on this.